Figure provided by... No. 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 Hello, I'm Nexus 846 Productions. This is Spider-Man.
And those aren't the thighs of Tom Holland.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is PS4 Spider-Man from the Marvel Legends line. And it's one of the most disappointing Spider-Man figures I've ever handled. It's also the second Spider-Man figure I've ever handled. He's actually pretty okay. But there's no real spice to him. He looks like just regular old Spider-Man. The painting on the sculpting on this figure is alright. All the detail on here, the webbing, the spider, the white stuff on the knuckles here, it's all painted on. There's no specific molding. If you painted this thing all gray, which I'm not gonna do. If you painted this thing all gray, it would look like just a normal dude. The only thing that really does stand out in the Spider-Man sense is the head sculpt, of course, because eyes are actually molded on and there's no mouth. And it does have that Spider-Man shape. I will say that the painting on this figure is top-notch. It's pretty crisp and sharp, and it gets in all the necessary details you'd expect for a Spider-Man figure. Plus the newly added bits of white, thanks to the PS4 exclusive suit that the PS4 game gave us. It does add in an extra pop that does make this Spider-Man a pretty unique figure. Unique enough to be an exclusive, if this is what it is. I have no idea, it's not even mine. I don't know. I mean, you could take white spray paint and some masking tape and you could do this yourself with a regular Spider-Man figure. The sculpting's nice, though, like, fairly certain this has been used for other Spider-Man figures in the past. So there's really only one thing left to go to, and that's a swivel here. Head is on a ball joint and a hinge, so it looks up that far, looks down that far. Shoulders are on that same hinge that the 12-inch Spider-Man, check out that review, link in the description, is on. So it can go forward about that far and backwards much farther for all those Naruto running poses for when Spider-Man, in that one famous Marvel movie where he invaded Area 51 with all of the internet geeks. Shoulders go out that far, full rotation, bicep swivel, double bend at the elbow, which gives you... Oh boy, we're starting to get into the bad stuff. Yeah, that's a really meh elbow bend. I'm trying to get any more out of this, but no, that's as far as it goes. That's 90 degrees. Wrists, of course, can rotate. There is a hinge on all of the different hands, of which there's only one different set of hands. So no matter what, you're gonna get some flex. He's resting his chin against it, talking about all the things, or maybe if he's holding an iPhone, which he did in that game a lot. But you know, as far as I know, this figure doesn't come with an iPhone. Who knows? Maybe that's Kyle's fault. Of course, it's Kyle's fault. It's always his fault. There's a crunch and an arcing back. You get about that much arcing back. And you get this much crunch. Captain Crunch. There is a waist swivel, and yep, that breaks the sculpt. There you go. Meh, spread. I mean, yeah, it's better than having no spread, but like, if it can't do the full Van Damme, then it's obviously shit, right? Get out of here. Legs back. That's it. Legs forward. That's also it. Thighs, of course, swivel, and yep, that also breaks the sculpt. Don't mind the rain. It's currently just pouring. Double bend at the knee, and there you go. There you go. I was a bit scared that you're gonna have a repeat of that Iron Man figure again. Foot hinges forwards and back. Ankle tilts. That's pretty standard for Marvel Legends, along with a rotation in the middle of the shin for like no reason. Overall, I think articulation, it's trying to be good, but at most it's okay. But you can get some decent poses out of it. Marvel Legends have always been good with the posing. So if you bring in a Ban Out Imaginations Act 5 stand, You can indeed get some very Spider-Manly poses. However, most of those poses would look like complete bukkake if it weren't for these accessories. You get a pair of fists, a pair of Go Web Go hands, a pair of webs that, unless you're holding them for whatever pictures you're taking, pretty much always look like they're flopping down. Yay. And if you pop the head off the ball joint, you get a broken figure because this doesn't come with any extra heads. Fuck off. For size comparisons, here he is with a Star Wars Black Series Stormtrooper, and now we indeed do know that Peter is too short to be a Stormtrooper. Speaking of Star Wars, here is Peter with the Death Star, and, okay, yeah, he's a certified big boy. Get out of here. Here he is with the Death Star in its robot mode, and no, he's not a big boy anymore. Get out of here. Lastly, here he is next to the Mark 7 Iron Man. Not Marvel Legends. Yeah, this is like the only actual Iron Man action figure I actually own, which is surprising considering my god. I love him. Not this. Overall, Marvel Legends PS4 Spider-Man is meh. It's an okay action figure. It's an eh for an exclusive, and for shelf display. Just he's not gonna stick out any more than a regular Spider-Man Marvel Legends figure. So don't bother getting the exclusive and go for just a normal one, I guess. But if you really gotta have him, then he's not horrible. I just Kyle, why do you hate me? This is what I do. This is what I do to everything. It's frustrating because of how boring it is. It's not bad enough to hate. It's not good enough to splurge over. It's fun to throw around though. Ah crap! I broke the fourth wall. And a pair of web pieces that, unless you're holding them for pictures,